Go for a sec, because sometimes it ends my stream, so I'm just going to let it go for a little bit. So it keeps the stream going, then I'll carry on. No, because the last few streams I've done, it keeps exiting the stream. Right, this one, I think it's the girl one. So I've got to find it, the where they did the filming. I did stop there.
Mrs. McAfee, we would like to ask you a few questions, if that's okay.
Hi, Mrs. McAfee.
June Ballard. You might be familiar with some of my work.
Nah.
Can you tell us what happened here?
You're kind of cute for a cop.
Oh.
Maybe a bit on the serious side.
What about me,
What about me, June? I'm a big fan of Beast.
I don't like.
He doesn't like.
Keep out of this.
He sucks up too much.
We understand that you're still suffering from the effects of the accident, Mrs. McAfee. The officer says that you claimed that you were drugged. Who did this to you?
That rat slipped us a Mickey Finn. It's no wonder I feel so dopey. I can't remember.
So I haven't got any.
This ain't the red carpet, so get out of my lens.
It's a serious offense to withhold information from the police during a criminal investigation, madam.
I told you to call me June. You're making me feel like an old lady.
Oh, she likes him.
Don't bother your handsome head about this. My husband will settle the score with Mark Bishop.
Mark Bishop. Suspect Mark Bishop.
You mentioned a Mark Bishop. You think he might have had something to do with this?
He's a movie producer. As for his involvement, you just leave it to me and my husband to worry about.
So I think there's nothing there I can do.
I want to know what happened between you two that made him want to commit a double murder.
Bishop offered me a part in his picture. Then he withdrew it. Fact is, we had a deal. I pressed him on it, and this is where I end up.
If you're looking for the coroner, he's down by the crash site.
This is a big scene, Phelps. We need to get our bearings. Let's go see the coroner.
So it looks like that says it just before the crash. That's before I had a look at what they find.
You'll want to see this, Phelps. There, laid out on the trunk. And that isn't even the best part.
It looks like they're lucky they weren't more badly injured.
Yeah, they were.
Must have been unconscious. Being relaxed tends to lessen the soft tissue damage.
They've been torn off. Where did you find them?
They were stuffed in the young lady's handbag. I'll run a trace for semen when I get back to the lab.
And there's a letter, so I've got to talk to her again. Because that's from her mum.
She's a long way from home.
Yeah, she's a long way from home, alright. Oh shit, you don't have to commit suicide. No, I think you can run up there. Look, no, you can't make it. So I've got to talk to the woman again. So I found a bit of evidence. Oh, that is a prime athlete.
What can you tell us about the passenger in your car?
Jessica Hamilton. Poor Jessica. It's been a rough day for her. She's desperate to break into movies. What more can I say?
She's run away from home.
I think you're lying, Mrs. McAfee. I think something happened to Jessica yesterday before the crash.
I'm offended, Sunshine. Do you have any proof?
Oh,
I
it's
didn't think so.
that was the underwear.
You should be more careful. Behind the glitter.
Right, I'm going to quit that. It was the underwear. That's my fault. I did it again. I did the same thing as I did last time. Forgot about the underwear. I gave him gave her looked at the letter again, and it was the underwear. So that's to do with her mother. If you get a question that says that her mother knows that she's here, and then you show her the letter. Oh dear. Right, I'm going to go down to the thing.
If you're looking for the coroner, he's down by the crash site.
Right, I'm going to try this again. For this one, go down first.
This ain't the red carpet.
You'll want to see this, Phelps. There, laid out on the trunk. And that isn't even the best part.
Looks like they're lucky they weren't more badly injured.
Must have been unconscious. Being relaxed tends to lessen the soft tissue
Yeah.
damage.
Look, that's a new sort of Andy.
They've been torn off. Where did you find them?
They were stuffed in the young lady's handbag. I'll run a trace for semen when I get back to the lab.
That's enough of that. And then this is a letter. Jessie, please, please, dear, come home.
She's a long way from home.
No, I messed it up. Oh,
Drunk driver?
Maybe not.
How so?
Well, a head I found without a body piqued my interest. See what you think.
alas, poor Rick.
Alas, poor Yorick. I knew him,
well.
Horatio.
Hi, West Side, how you doing, mate?
Is it real?
No. I think it's supposed to be a replica of an Indian shrunken head. It's some kind of curio or movie prop. See the casting marks?
Yeah, I like this game as well, mate.
What's it made from?
Plaster
Plaster?
of Paris would be my first guess, then painted.
So we can rule out the murder angle?
No, you can rule that in. That thing was wedging the accelerator to the floor. Whoever did it wanted these women dead. You catch all the good ones, Phelps.
How does someone manage to tip their ride straight off a cliff? If the driver's in a fit state, we should ask.
Hey, Motherlug, how you doing, mate? No, I did a mistake, so I had to redo this bit. Yeah, I played it on the PS3 and the 360. I played the 360 first, then I got it on PS3, and now I'm playing it again on PS4.
Mrs. McAfee, we would like to ask you a few questions, if that's okay.
I prefer to use my maiden name, June Ballard. You might be familiar with some of my work.
I'll pause.
Can you tell us what happened here?
You're kind of cute.
For me, it's it could have been better, but I can't moan. Basically, I'm not working at the moment because of it. Because basically I work for a cleaning company, and where I do the cleaning, they decided to close, so I've got no work. So basically, I'm going to be in for a little bit more than I normally am.
Cop, you may be a bit on the serious side.
What about me, June? I'm a big fan of
You?
beef.
Hates him.
I don't like. Keep out of this.
Yeah, he's too bad at it.
We understand that you're still suffering from the effects of the accident, Mrs. McAfee. The officer says that you claimed that you were drugged. Who did this to you?
That rat slipped us a Mickey Finn. It's no wonder I feel so dopey. I can't remember.
Right, this one.
It's a serious offense to withhold information from the police during a criminal investigation, madam.
I told you to call me June. You're making me feel like an old lady.
Yeah, she's a bit dirty.
Don't bother your handsome head about this. My husband will settle the score with Mark Bishop.
Her husband.
What can you tell us about the passenger in your car?
Jessica Hamilton. Poor Jessica. It's been a rough day for her. She's desperate to break into movies. What more can I say?
Why were her knickers in her bag?
I think you're lying, Mrs. McAfee. I think something happened to Jessica yesterday before the crash.
I'm offended, Sunshine. Do you have any proof?
The victim's underwear.
Miss Hamilton's underwear were physically torn from her body.
She wanted to go to a casting. I took her to a casting. Whatever happened after that is between her and Mark Bishop.
Right, I don't think there's any more.
We found a shrunken head. It was used to tamper with your car.
You see, I normally don't drive off cliffs. The last thing I remember is getting behind the wheel.
So I don't think there's anything else I can use. Yeah, I'm from the UK, mate. Yeah, I'm not sure if there's anything else I can use. Because that's to do with the car. And that, obviously, she said because she knew they were drugged. And that I've done.
It's obviously some kind of movie prop. You must know where it came from.
In case you hadn't noticed, I am the talent.
She's the talent.
And the talent doesn't deal with props or sets or any of that kind of stuff. Why don't you ask Mark Bishop which prop house he uses?
Yeah, that's a good clue. Suspect, Mark Bishop.
You mentioned a Mark Bishop. You think he might have had something to do with this?
He is a movie producer. As for his involvement, you just leave it to me and my husband to worry about.
Right, let's go look at this, because Because that we know about already. That we know is where that was done. The letter, I think it's another question. And he won't know about the shrunken head. I don't think. I'm going to chance it bad cop, but I'm mighty wrong.
I want to know what happened between you two that made him want to commit a double murder.
Bishop offered me a part in his picture. Then he withdrew it. Fact is, we had a deal. I pressed him on it, and this is where I end up.
Mrs. McAfee, I think it would be in everyone's best interest if you accompanied Patrolman Gonzalez back to the receiving hospital.
I'm going to be okay. These guys can take me home after my lawyer and I have talked to the news hound.
Yes, it's got to talk to
Mrs. McAfee, you are still under the influence of narcotics, and you're likely to go into shock once the drugs wear off.
And I thought you were a heel. It's nice of you to be concerned.
I think we're good here. Let's go see what we can shake out of the kid.
That's all nice. He wants to shake the kid. After everything that's happened, he wants to shake the kid.
Such a nice
All these cops?
I'm going to get him to drive there.
You know the way. You can drive.
Do we know where we're going?
Oh, thanks for driving.
Yell to car 11K, 11 King. The car crash victim has regained consciousness at Central Receiving Hospital.
I've got to go to the hospital.
11K Roger, en route.
Oh, I'm going there. Like, I've had some of them say, "Are you from Australia?" And I said, "Nah, not Australia." Right, this bit can be a pain as well. No, I think I was lucky in those questions there.
Hello, Detective Phelps, here to interview a Jessica Hamilton.
Jessica Hamilton. Oh, yes. She's in the room right behind you, Detective.
I just wanted to see.
You can't hold me here. No, I don't need to be manhandled by a doctor. I need
Feeling better
my
since
lawyer.
this morning, Jessica?
Hey, where is the telephone?
My head still
Do you
feels
know
funny.
who I am?
She's
You're making me
Two
uncomfortable.
toes.
Just standing around here looking at me, not saying anything.
I was looking at your thing.
Hello, Jessica. My name is Cole Phelps. I'm a policeman. I'd like to talk to you about your accident, if that's okay.
Okay.
Can you tell me what you remember about the crash?
It's all kind of fuzzy. I remember waking up here. Nothing happened yesterday.
Oh, so nothing happened there. I think she's telling Porky's. So nothing happened there. Just so Nick has ended up in a bag by accident.
Tell the truth, Jessica. Why the big cover-up?
I'm not lying to you.
We found your underwear in your handbag, Jessica. You need to tell us what happened.
The doctor told me what happened. I didn't want that. I just wanted to be a star, to be in movies. I told Junie what happened, and she told me to toughen up. That was the price of stardom.
Did she now, cold-hearted bitch?
It's not Junie's fault. It's not my first time.
It's not
I had a
first
boyfriend
rodeo.
back home, but my father found out about him.
Even if you consented, Jessica, you're still underage.
Yeah, underage. Contact with parents.
We need to get in touch with your parents, Jessica, to tell them what has
She doesn't
happened.
want to.
Oh, you don't need to worry them. They sent me along to stay with Aunt June. They trust her to take care of me.
Well, that one's another bad cop. So she's lying. Sorry, accused.
You're lying, Jessica. How are we going to make this right if you lie to us?
Please, detective, why would I lie to you?
Right, now is to do with this is the letter this time.
Because you're a runaway, Jessica, and you don't have your parents' permission to be here. Now, do you want to tell me what really happened?
I went with Junie to this strange place. It's difficult to remember. Someone gave me a drink to calm my nerves, and then I felt faint. I think I must have passed out.
How did you meet Mr. Bishop?
Well, Junie is a big movie star. You probably know that. She's doing a new movie.
Right, for this one I'm going to have a quick look. Because that's to do with the crash. That I've done, that I've done. So I'm going to have to do good cop this time, I think. I think that'd be good cop anyway. Hang on a sec. I'm going to do good cop for this one. No,
What do you
that
know
wasn't.
about Bishop?
He makes movies.
That
I had
was
to
the
do a
Mark
screen
Bishop
test.
one.
That's when you say some lines in front of the camera with the lights turned on you.
Ah, isn't that clever?
I know what happened to you, Jessica. Where exactly did it take place?
Please, it's scary. It's really difficult to think of anything.
Well, I think this one I'll do bad cop.
Someone tried to kill you, Jessica. Do you get it? Forget about being in movies. It's time to act like a grown-up.
I had to wear a robe and lay down on a stone. There were lights, a camera. It's not my fault. I'm not a bad girl. Why are you trying to hurt me?
Thank you, Jessica. You've been a big help. Here's my card. If you think of anything or you need some help, just get in touch, okay?
Okay.
I think it might be a good idea if you went back home till you felt better, Jessica.
I couldn't do that, officer. What if I got the part and I wasn't there?
Got to do some following now.
It's the tale of this town, Cole. Lambs that go willingly to slaughter. Who the hell is that?
Must be her lawyer. He certainly expedited her release.
I don't like it, Cole. Why is she in such a hurry? We should follow her.
Yeah, God, let his car go.
There she
The
goes.
park's too
Come on.
close.
Now would be a bad time to forget how to drive, Cole.
Ballard is definitely up to something. She seems to have made a remarkably speedy recovery.
See, I've got to go into that.
Get in there and see what she's up to.
Oh. I plugged it. Let's try to sit down, it won't let me sit down.
Get in there and see what she's up to.
Baby? No! I don't want him taught a lesson. You know what I want. Well, then make someone else do it!
Oh, she
You
is
still
really
know
angry.
people out here, don't you? Then make some calls! I'm gonna be very clear about this. You get this done, or I'm... Wilson's Hotel. Mr. Mark Bishop, that son of a bitch, lives in apartment 803.
Oh, 803. Can I get there first?
Sure, I got the film.
But I can't go out yet.
So what's the story? I'm guessing she didn't stop for light refreshments.
She made a call. Sounds like Mark Bishop has a heap of trouble headed his way. I've got an address. Wilson's Hotel, apartment 803.
Oh, shit. You better step on it.
If he's got any sense, he'll be as far away from home as possible.
If he had any sense, he wouldn't have tried bumping off Guy McCaffrey's wife in the first place. Or he'd have done the job properly. McCaffrey will break a fella's legs just for looking at his broad the wrong way.
What did you make of the kid? You believe her story?
I think she was doped out of her tiny mind and given the casting couch. That fucking bitch Ballard sold her out.
So if Ballard was doing someone a favor, why did they try to kill her?
Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't concentrating then.
333 South Main Street. 333 South Main Street. Officer needs help. 211 and shots fired. Unit to handle code 3, identify.
All units in the vicinity in car 11K, 11 King, a 415 in progress at apartment 803, Wilson's Apartment Hotel, 12.
That's where I'm going.
West 7th Street, Westlake Park, 11 King code 3, all other units code 2. KGPL clear.
Done it! Let's get to the apartment before someone gets hurt.
Right, now I'm there.
I'm Detective Phelps. We received a call about a domestic disturbance in apartment 803.
Oh, the detectives. Listen, Mrs. Bishop's pretty upset. Take the elevator and then left down the corridor. It's the last door on the right.
Sounds like we're about to make it a hat trick of hysterical female witnesses.
Yep, it's going to be our hat trick of females. I ain't happy.
LAPD, ma'am. Are you in danger?
I'm all right now. You just missed them. Horrible, awful men.
Are you injured, Mrs.
Bishop. Gloria Bishop.
Oh,
Please,
yeah.
come in, officers. I'll just need to sit down for a moment. Forgive me.
That's perfectly normal.
Get her a
ma'am.
whiskey.
Just look at this mess.
We'll take a quick search of the premises, ma'am. You take a moment to gather your thoughts.
I will. Thank you, officer.
Probably nothing.
Could be just a vase. Probably nothing. Oh, New Testament.
It doesn't appear to be connected.
No.
Incidental.
I just fancy it down, he don't care. Duck. I'm going to take the lipstick first. I think it's a lipstick.
Don't think this is any use to us.
Nah, it's not his colour.
Not sure this means much. Circumstantial.
Nah, it definitely weren't his colour. It's too bright for him. Oh, there's a check there, isn't it, I think. £20,000.
What do you have to do to earn $20,000?
Yeah, 20,000. That's a lot of money at that time. That'd be like the equivalent of us getting 20 million. Basically, as I was saying, I'm going to pause that for a sec. That'd be the equivalent of us getting £20 million now, or $20 million.
Presented to Mark.
Mark Bishop, the gay cowboys. Don't call any cowboys gay, they'd kill you. Oh, some money. I said, incidental.
Doesn't look like anything.
Goes in my pocket. Incidental. Cigars?
Nothing significant.
Lots of cigars, incidental.
Looks like the old movie set downtown.
Well, that bit comes in handy for later.
Great Wall of Babylon.
Oh,
a replica of a replica.
Of a replica.
Maybe if... No.
No, he don't smoke. Oh, does he drink?
Seems irrelevant.
No, he don't drink. I think I've done in there.
Nope. Not much help.
Might be if he was hungry. Guess he's not hungry.
Doesn't give me anything to go on.
Oh, it could be something that he needs to make a drink in. Guess he's not thirsty. Yeah, done there. Pretty sure I've done all in here. Yeah, I've done in here. Might as well talk to her then. Oh.
Don't think this is going to help us. Looks like a mermaid in the background. Silver screen.
Who are these men in the picture?
My husband, Mark, and Marlon Hopgood. They work together on occasion. That's Hopgood's shop.
Eddie?
Doesn't tell me anything.
Nah, you've got to listen to that sort of thing.
Those men, I think they work for Guy McAfee. Do you know the name?
No. Why should I?
June Ballard is married to Guy McAfee. Have you heard of her?
That slut. She's been badgering my husband for days.
Mrs. McAfee alleges that your husband tried to kill her and her friend last night. I think you should tell us what you know.
My husband's a movie producer. This has something to do with his new picture. He doesn't include me in his business.
I'm going to have to look at things here. So that won't be a shrunken head. Check is obviously something.
June Ballard said she had a deal to be in his new picture.
Mark repeatedly told her no. He had Joan Leslie lined up for the role. That's how he got the finance. June made all kinds of threats. She was very rude to me.
You know June Ballard?
We were both on the same picture a few years back. That's how I met my husband.
Where can we find your husband, ma'am?
He told me he would be on set. That's all I know.
So I don't think that's anything. So I don't know for this one.
You are complicit in all of this, Gloria.
I was wrong.
You know what happens to these poor deluded kids, and you go along with it. I need to find your husband.
Why'd you come to Hollywood, detective? Handsome young man like you might find a little something in the movies. You've never thought about it?
No, I haven't.
Well, then you must be the only person in this burg who hasn't. We're born into temptation, detective. It's character that determines what we do about it.
Yeah, kind of true that is. So I put a light on, it's starting to get dark. Then it's just judging I about the chick.
Why is your husband paying Lorna Hopgood $20,000?
Lorna? Marlon's ex-wife? Are you sure?
You're lying, Mrs. Bishop. It's some kind of payoff. You know exactly what the money is for and who it's getting paid to.
Do I? Would you like to prove that, Detective?
Detective? It's going to be the check, I think, this time.
Your husband looks like he's being blackmailed. They obviously have something on him if he's prepared to kill to cover it up. Why is the payment going to Hopgood and not McAfee?
Lorna works at a check-cashing place in Hollywood. You need to ask Hopgood why he needs that much money in cash.
Right, for this one...
Your husband was at a casting yesterday with a young girl?
Not that I know of. He told me he was looking at locations. The picture's been cast.
Right, that one there's accused again.
You know exactly what happened yesterday, don't you, Mrs. Bishop?
Yep.
You've been through it yourself.
I'm gonna call my lawyer. You have a damn cheek accusing me of that.
Yeah, she knows exactly what it was on about.
You should be ashamed of yourself, Detective.
Because what?
I've already been through a lot today without your harassment.
Your husband is in trouble. It could go easier for him if you were more helpful, Mrs. Bishop.
He's a big boy, Detective, and so are you. This is Hollywood. There's always a deal to be done.
I think I should have done bad cop there.
Operator, give me dispatch.
Putting you through now.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need a location on a silver screen prop store.
Just a moment. Silver Screen Props, corner 3rd and Figueroa.
Thanks.
An aging movie star, a wannabe starlet, a movie producer's wife. You'll find them rubbing shoulders with the almost rich and famous.
And from the stories they've given us, clearly none of them can act.
Well, I'm going to get him to drive.
Can you drive to this one?
And where exactly are we going?
We're going to the Silver Screen Studios.
Mrs. Bishop knows more than she's letting on.
She doesn't seem to realize how much trouble her husband is in. The LAPD are the least of their worries right now.
You'd think she'd have gotten the hint after those hatchet men redecorated her apartment.
Maybe she's just loyal.
Or she's in on it. She didn't seem like your average giddy broad with nothing between the ears.
Or she might just be trying to buy enough time for Bishop to put a couple of oceans between him and McAfee.
For this one I'm going to replay it and have my phone out so I can get all the questions right. Right, saving so I can end it here. Yeah, there.